This is your first 3D modeling assignment. It builds on the fundamental 3D modeling creation, modification, and construction tools covered in previous lectures. This part requires us to use various 3D modeling commands and will test your understanding of each one. The dimensions for this part are shown in the 3D technical drawing here. This is displayed in third angle projection and will help you to visualize and understand each feature's geometry. Now there are multiple ways in which we can model this part, so there's no single correct method. The key objective here is to achieve the same final result. So during this lecture, I will demonstrate a method and selection of tools to model this part. And so at this point, it is recommended that you pause the lecture and attempt modeling this part. And once complete, you can continue watching this video to see one modeling method that I will demonstrate. So if you could pause the video here and have a go at modeling this part, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, welcome back. I hope you got along well with the part. And so now I will model this part myself as a demonstration, and I'll talk you through the tools that I'll be using. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact me. But aside from that, I'll begin to model this part. So let's jump into Fusion and let's take a look at this part. So it's built up of several extrusions. We've got some fillets. We've got a non-equal chamfer. We've got some threaded countersunk holes. We've got some extruded text in there, and we've also got a decal as well. So there's quite a lot of features within this part. Let's start now by drawing the base. I'm going to press C on the keyboard. I'm going to do this on the XY plane. I'm going to hit R on the keyboard, rectangle, start with the origin. I'm going to draw that out. And that has a horizontal length of 96. Press tab on the keyboard, and we've got a vertical there of 64. Okay, that's looking good. Let's continue with the line tool then, and we can input this slot feature just here. Go back to the top view. I'm just going to draw this in anywhere for the time being and then position that more accurately later. So that's got a dimension of 20 mil. I'm going to left click once there, hold down the left mouse button. I'm just going to drag out an arc, let's say somewhere here, bring that back to the start line. Move that dimension out the way. Press D on the keyboard. Let's put in the rad here. So this slot width is 16 mil, so that'd be a rad of 8 mil. Press enter. Then we want this point to be aligned with the midpoint of this line here. For this, I'm going to use the horizontal constraint, start at the center point of the arc, hold down Shift on the keyboard, and then we select the center point of this line here. Now that's fully constrained. We double check our sketches, see the red padlock there. That's looking good and ready for us to extrude this profile here. Now at this point, we could input fillets on this corner, this one, and this one. I much prefer to do this in 3D modeling. It gives us more flexibility and an easier way to edit as well. So let's finish the sketch there. Hit E on the keyboard, extrude. In terms of profile, we're going to select this one here. Go on the home view, input a distance there. As per the drawing, it's 16 mil. Enter. Looking nice. Let's get these fillets in here then. Let's go up to the modification tool. Let's go on fillet. Select this line, and this line. These are constant fillets at 4 mil radius. Enter 4 there. Press OK. That's looking nice. And now let's focus on this wall at the back here. Again, there are different ways to do this, but I'm going to hit C on the keyboard. I'm going to do this on this face here. Press R on the keyboard. We'll start the origin again. We've got a width there of 16 mil. I'm going to bring that up and snap onto this line here. It's fully constrained. Finish that sketch. Let's hit extrude. Let's extrude that profile. And that comes up by 64 minus 16. So that's 48. Let's enter. We've now got this chamfer on this corner here. Go on to modification. Go on chamfer. We want the type to be a 2 distance chamfer. So make sure we're under 2 distance. Let's select this edge here. In terms of this dimension, I want this one to be 20 mil. Press tab on the keyboard, and the vertical is 30 mil. Okay. And we've then got this slot feature in here. So I'm actually going to draw this on this plane. Hit C on the keyboard. Press this space here. Press R on the keyboard, and let's draw in this rectangle. I'm just going to draw it roughly here and then position it later. So in terms of the width, we've got the same width as the chamfer. So let's say 16. Hit tab on the keyboard. Then we've got a dimension there of 10 mil. Enter. And now we just need to position this. So to do this, I'm going to use the coincident constraint. I'm going to select the center point of this line. So hold down Shift on the keyboard, select the center point of this line here. Then want to do exactly the same for this line. Hold down Shift, select that midpoint there. And good. Let's finish that sketch. Hit E on the keyboard. I'm going to select this profile. We're going to enter a distance there of minus because we want to cut the depth of 2.5. It's okay. Looking good. Let's go ahead now and add these hole features to this face here. There are two holes, so within the hole tool, we need to use points to identify the location of those two holes. So we need to do a sketch for that. Hit C on the keyboard, select this face here, come under the creation tools, select points. I'm going to throw in 2 points anywhere for now and dimension these up. Dimension the first one. From the top horizontal, we've got 10 mil. And then let's align that with a vertical constraint. So from this point, hold down Shift on the keyboard, select the midpoint of this line. It's now fully constrained. Just need to do the same here. So let's continue in the vertical constraint. Select this one and this one. Hit D on the keyboard. And then this one from this top horizontal line is 34 mil. Let's enter. That's now fully constrained. Got our red padlock. Finish the sketch there. Got our 2 points here. We don't need this one, but that's okay. Come over to the creation tools. I'm going to select the hole command. And in terms of placement, we don't want a single hole. We want multiple. So now we need to select the sketch points. 1, 2. Looking quite interesting in a preview. So these holes, they're specified at 2 holes, a 10 mil diameter of the countersunk, a 90-degree countersunk. So I want to make sure that we're under the countersunk holes. Make sure they're tapped, fully threaded, and the depth there is 25. The diameter of the countersunk, as per the drawing, is 10. Got our 90 degrees in there. And in terms of size, we're going for M5 by 0.8. So make sure we've got 5 mil selected here. And under the designation, make sure we've got the thread pitch of 0.8 selected. 6H right hand. Okay. Looking good. Let's now rotate the part and get this other feature in. Hit C on the keyboard. Going to select this face here. Use the rectangle tool for this. Let's start at this corner point. Going to bring that out. So that has a width of 56 minus 16, so that's 40. And a total height of 42 minus 16. Just a quick tip, by the way. We can actually enter 42 minus 16. Press enter. And it will pre-calculate that for you. We've now got this arc in here, so I'm going to use the circle tool for that. Hit C on the keyboard. Start from the midpoint of this line here. So snap on. That has a diameter of, well, it's got a rad of 12, so a diameter of 24. Press enter. Okay, and this is the profile here we want to extrude. Finish that sketch. E on the keyboard. Select this profile. Want that to be in a distance. Well, in this case, we want it to be minus. That's minus. We got 56 minus 16. So again, that's 40. Press enter. Go back on the home view. That's looking good. Now we've got some text up here. Hit C on the keyboard. Select this face. Go into the creation tools. Select text. Now in this case, we want the text on path. And our path is this line here. So select that. Enter our text. Fusion 2025. I'm going to leave font as Arial. Leave that as not bold. Height 5. Okay. Placement above the line. We don't want it under. We're not too concerned about fit to path. Let's press OK. Finish the sketch there. Come under the creation tools. We'll go on emboss. And we'll select that text feature there. Or we can select sketch 6. In terms of faces, so we want to reference from this face here. Go on the home view. Zoom in a bit. We want this to be an emboss, not a deboss. The depth we want. So if we change that, 0.5. Enter. OK. Got a decal on this face. Let's go under Insert, select Decal. I'm going to take this from my project and I will include this as a downloadable resource. So feel free to download this part if you'd like, or you can use any decal that you have. Select Insert. Under my face, select this one here. Go back on the, the right view. I want to rotate that by 90 degrees. or in this case, sorry, 270. Reposition that, scale that up slightly. Leave that there, that looks good. Press OK on the home view. Everything there is looking nice. We just need to add in this rib feature here. I'm going to rotate the part, C on the keyboard, this face, L on the keyboard, this endpoint to this endpoint, and then we've got our profile there in blue. So we turn profile off, white color, profile on, we see the blue color, so a complete profile there. Go on Finish Sketch, E on the keyboard, select that profile. Blue arrow is going this direction, so that's the positive. We want to go negative in this case. And we're going negative 12. Back on the home view. And then we just need to input the fillets down here. Go on the modification tools, hit fillet. I want these to be a constant fillet on this edge, this one, this guy, and this guy. And then the fillet size, the drawing states 2 mil. Okay. And there we have the completed model. That's looking nice. And the only final touch we could do is just to change the color of this text. Recommend we do now. Let's hit A on the keyboard, change the appearance. In this case, I want to change the appearance of faces only. And I'm going to drag select across these faces. I don't want to select this face or this one or this one. So left click on each one of those. And then I'm just going to choose, let's go for a paint under a glossy paint. I'm going to go for enamel glossy red. Drop that on here. Close on the home view. And there we have the completed part. I think that's looking quite nice. I hope that you were able to do that yourselves. If you were, fantastic news, well done to you. And again, if you do have any questions either about the sketching or the modeling, the tools that I'm using, please do send me a message. I'll reply as soon as I can. And aside from that, I will see you in the next assignment.